just your initial reaction to that? How do you assess that?
Yeah, real game of two halves. We obviously, had a decent first half, made most of a couple of opportunities, had a narrow lead in the second half. You've got to give credit to South Africa and the way they played, and obviously they had a clear mindset around coming out and playing a lot of footy, and at times we just couldn't counter it, and they were, at the end of the day, the better team won on the day. So we did have our opportunities in the second half, didn't quite ice them, but again, take nothing away from the performance of South Africa. They are far too good for us tonight.
Very rarely do we see an All Blacks team, put that sort of score, especially in the second half. Did it feel like just constantly backs against the wall?
Yeah, it was. They keep putting us under pressure. They've got a great kicking game, obviously. At times we combated it, at times we didn't, and they keep turning us around. And then, it felt like our backs are up against the wall quite a bit. We still felt like we had our opportunities, but again, we didn't quite ice the opportunities we had, and they did clearly. So, it was, like I said, take nothing away from how well they played in the second half. They just were a better team.
Damian, it's the biggest ever defeat by an All Blacks team in Test rugby. How do you bounce back from this?
Look, it's tough. It's boys are hurting, that's for sure. I guess for us, we've got a week off now, and then a couple of tough tests against, got an Aussie side that are going really well, and it's never nice when you take losses. You want to get straight back into it. So this week off, I'm sure the boys will have a good reflection of tonight, and we've just got to get back on the horse. We know there's what we're capable of doing, and we just got to nail more opportunities when we get them. And tonight we had opportunities, but we just didn't quite ice them. So it's going to be a long week to reflect, but we're excited for what's to come against Aussie.
Damian, what was being said immediately after the match out on the field?
Just sleep. Leaders, it obviously hurts after any defeat, but a defeat by that many points. So I guess there wasn't a lot said, but for us it's just about keeping our head high. We're obviously celebrating a great man in Leroy Carter on his debut as well. So we can't take that away from a great man of Leroy and how well he played tonight. So it's disappointing, but we've also got to celebrate those little milestones too.
There will be a lot of scrutiny, talk, comment from the New Zealand public about that performance over the next 2 weeks. Are you guys ready for that?
Yeah, I guess for us, it's about just keep believing in ourselves, and we know we can do that. And we've got a tight circle. We're going to have a good look at ourselves and our performance, as you always do after any game, win or lose. So we'll do that. We'll keep tight and move forward. And we know we've got a couple of big test matches coming up against Aussie. So we'll stick tight together as a group.
What was different about their backline this week, Damian? They obviously had a lot of new faces and a lot of youth and enthusiasm, but they executed pretty well, especially in that second half, right?
Yeah, they did. Obviously, it was pretty clear and obvious right from the get-go they wanted to move the ball, and they shifted the ball really well, and probably shown by some of the changes they made. And you got to give it to their whole 1 to 23 and the impact they had. Played a lot of rugby, and at times we just weren't able to combat it. So we've got to have a good look at ourselves around that and make some adjustments.
Did it catch you by surprise at all, Damian?
No, not at all. Like, it's Test rugby. You got to expect everything, and we knew the response they were going to have after their loss last weekend. And look, they responded better than we did, and we didn't respond the way we wanted to. So it's disappointing, but we've got to keep our heads high and move on for what's to come ahead against Aussie.
Thanks, Damian.
Cheers. Thank you.